So some of the other databases that I want to talk about now that Destiny Discover does point to are Sora by Overdrive and Mac and Via. Those are our two biggest databases of fiction, ebooks and audiobooks. And actually, I already opened Sora, so I'm going to go to that here. So once you open Sora for the first time, it's similar to what we had to do with Destiny Discover. You have to search for your school. And so for this, I searched for Joseph L. Carwise Middle School again. And here you just get the digital ebooks and audiobooks. There are no physical books that will be listed here. And so if a student is in a situation where they are not able to come to school and check out books, or if the school is making the choice to kind of limit that activity for now, this would be a primary place to go to search for books directly. But like I said, there is Destiny Discover there, and it will point to books that are here as well if they are more comfortable using that. And so different things are curated here on the front page. You can search by subject. Also, these are our Sunshine State books. The top ones up here were for grades 3 through 5, and then 6 through 8. And then there are more things that are curated here as well, depending on the grade level that you are looking at. And I would say most students really like using Sora. It's very user-friendly. They can download an app to their phone. It can connect you also to your public library, that if you happen to have a library card, that's kind of a way to connect the two databases, because they will often have books that maybe we haven't purchased, or they will have extra copies of things. And so this is also a really good database to use in that regard, is that you can also have that carry over to our public library system as well.
When I go in there and I want to check out Gamer Squad, now if I have that checked out, another student, teacher cannot check out that same book until I return it? How does that work?
So it depends on the number of copies. So one thing I think that is sometimes we forget with digital copies is it's not always multi-user or multi-simultaneous user. It is sometimes literally one ebook to one user. And so it really just depends on the book. So if we click on the Bridge Home, we'll give you some information here about the book, but then there is the ability to borrow. And so as long as you see the word borrow, it means that there is a copy available to you to check out. Otherwise, it will say place a hold. So if it does say place a hold, you know someone else has that book checked out, but you can still place a hold on it. The checkout period is usually 1 to 2 weeks. It depends on the book that's here in the system. And those books get automatically returned if someone has it on hold. So that person who is reading it only has that short window of time, but then that new person will then notice that that book is there in their account after the 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the checkout period that's established. And so it's kind of nice in that way. You don't ever have to worry about remembering where you put your book. And let's just say, for example, you had your 2-week window, but you didn't finish. You go back on the wait list. You say, well, I'm not finished. I want to finish this book. It was really good. The system will remember where you left off. Oh. So you don't have to remember the page number where you were. It'll know that you had the bridge already, and it'll take you right back where you left off. You can also highlight. You can take notes while you're reading, which might be have some application for classroom use as well if your teacher's asking you to do some close reading of a text. And so there are a lot of benefits to these systems. Even though it sounds like that 1 to 2 week checkout period is restrictive, you're not limited. You can go back and check it out again once a copy is made available. And what we try to do, especially for our Sunshine State books, is we try to make multiple copies available at all times. And we do monitor, you know, if a book is really popular, we try to supplement with extra copies. So we are able to sort of do more collection development as a result with this on the fly, instead of making one decision for the whole school year with a physical book and how many copies you're going to buy. These systems allow us some flexibility to adapt to the need of our students and our staff. And so there is also that benefit to this situation as well.